Hello everyone, my name is Perry and welcome to my channel. This is my first video that I'm making. I have decided to call my channel Authentic Life Tarot, and that's mainly because I want this all to be about me living my truth in my life and in my spiritual work. So just a little bit about me. I started reading tarot cards when I was probably about 15. Started with the normal writer deck that I had, and unfortunately I let my daughter have that deck, and I'm kicking myself to this day because now I don't have my very first deck that I ever read with, but that's okay. She has it. She has gifts too, so I always tried to foster those in hers as she was growing up. So proud of her. I have 2 kids. Well, I'll just go back. I did have 2 kids. I have 1 child now that's living. She is a young woman who's 20 years old, beautiful, and my heart. She is everything to me. My other child actually passed away. I would say it's been 7 years ago now. He passed when he was 20. He actually had cerebral palsy and was in a wheelchair his entire life. And I cared for him. I cared for him for 20 years, really. And that's a lot of what I did in my life is everything was based around my children. And then I lost one, and now my other one's grown. So look at that. Perfect timing for 2020 and for me to be able to move forward with my own light work and my own spiritual work. I do believe my son being brought into my life was a huge part of my light work and a huge part of what I'm going to be able to give back to the collective, and a nice way for me to be able to help raise vibrations of the planet, which is what we all should be doing and what we should all be focusing on right now. Guys, we have the power to change what's happening in the world right now. Spirit has shown me that light workers, us as light workers, we need to be working. And I haven't been. So I'm listening, and I'm hoping that there are going to be other people out there who maybe find this video, who are maybe in the same spot that I am with my own spiritual work, or maybe just a little bit further back, and I can help them move forward and move through. And the main reason why want to do this channel is I'm going to be totally and completely honest. I've been living in fear, and it doesn't feel good. I worked really hard for a very long time on being balanced inside with my divine masculine, the divine feminine is, getting my ego out of the way. Why am I doing this? There's tons of work that goes along with it. And I can promise you, it's not easy. It's hard. This is hard stuff. And oh my gosh, that was really weird. I had a deja vu. So that was like from 2 or 3 years ago that I feel like I've said that before. This is hard work. And it's a lot. And it's emotional, and it's draining, and it's taxing. Also, Spirit has brought me to this point because I've been dealing with some really, really very severe anxiety. And I believe a lot of it is stemming from me not living my truth and not living my purpose, and not living my authentic life. So I'm doing this. So hopefully here soon in my life, I can quit vomiting. And I'm sorry. It's true. People who are, have abilities and either consider themselves psychic or an empath or sensitive or whatever the terminology you want to use, it's hard. It's not easy, and there are all these things that you feel like you want in life, and then you feel like you obtain them, and it's nothing like you thought it was going to be, and it's 10 times, it's not even 10, it's 100 times harder than you ever imagined, and you're so lost about how to move through these energies. It feels so foreign and so different. We have so many light codes and downloads happening right now. I literally, for this last week, granted I was a little sick too, not with COVID-19, so don't worry about that, but I've been vomiting a lot, and I dealt with the physical issue that I was having that may have been causing my vomiting, and it still has not stopped. So I'm at this point dealing with my energies and trying to be able to facilitate things that way. So I'm going to try to move on. I know I'm talking a lot, and I'm sorry. Something about me that you may find out later on, that I kind of can go off on tangents and things. So I hope that my biggest thing is that I would really like people who are in the collective, who are maybe struggling and maybe having a hard time right now, to possibly be able to learn something from my journey, and maybe learn something from the messages that Spirit is giving me about collective and where we're at with energies and different things happening in the world. So my purpose right now today is to just ask Spirit a little bit about what kind of energies and some of the kinds of things we're going to be looking at on my channel regarding the collective. And I think a lot of it is going to be talking about integrating yourself and concentrating on yourself and not somebody else that you are either in a relationship or wanting to have a relationship or hoping there's a relationship with, or any of those things. So let's just get into it. I'm going to try and didn't really plan exactly how I was going to lay everything out, and I just kind of felt like Spirit was nudging me to do it, so I was going to do it, so here I am. So if it's not perfect, I apologize. I'm sure I'll learn as I go. But first, we're just going to ask for some of the major energies around this channel and what we're going to be looking at. So I usually ask Spirit to either have a card flip over or one card come out, so it's clear and concise as to what message Spirit is trying to give us. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards, and we will quiet down and patiently wait for Spirit to communicate with us about what this channel might be looking like. Kind of excited, actually. Okay, Spirit. We're shuffled. Let's try to give us a card. Let's have one card to show us some energies that we're going to be looking at and talking about on this channel. I can tell you a lot of it will probably be about twin flames. A lot of it's going to be about being a light worker and a star seed, and how to figure out what you're here for. We all have a mission. We all came here to Earth for, some of us made an agreement before we came here about why we wanted to come here now. And now that I'm here, I'm like, why in the heck did I ever make that agreement in the first place? I don't know why. I can't wait to find out. That's one of my biggest things. I want to find out. Okay. All right, Spirit. All right, guides, can you please show me one card here of my channel? It says, I'm pushing you to do this reading, and now I'm not going to tell you anything. It's not true. Spirit left. Okay, one card, please. Oh, look at that. Father of Wands, which in the regular deck equates to King of Wands, so that's good. We'll get hopefully a few more here if Spirit would like to enlighten us a little more about what we're going to be talking about. Oh, wow, okay. And I usually don't take that many, and that's why I usually ask Spirit to be clear. I'm actually going to set these over here, because I think these are the two that, I feel like are probably what we're going to be looking at. I'm going to get one more card here. I'm kind of feeling like this simple, like 4 or 5 card spread with maybe some cards from my second deck over here as some clarifying cards, and we'll go from there. Okay, Spirits, we're going to take one more card, please. Okay. I can just start. If I start talking again, then I feel like I'll... Okay, so this is a perfect example of why you just move through. You trust and you move through. And you don't question. Oh, there we go. Let's see. The Chariot. Oh, and so I'm going to let you know too, the Chariot is reversed. I can tell you that I usually, I'm going to say usually in air quotes, I usually don't read reversals. I just use it as the card's energy in general. If it's in a spot in my reading that I'm doing that I feel like it being reversed may change the meaning of what Spirit is trying to convey to all of us, then I will, sorry, lost my train of thought. I was just thinking about, I just moved those cards and I didn't know if you guys could still see them or not. I'm going to show you while I'm here. So we have Father of Wands. The deck that I'm using is, this one is the, let's see, the Wild Unknown by Kim Krans, looks like. I really like this deck. This is the Star. I like this deck because I'm not real excited about all the black and white, but what I love about it is the finish on them. They're really easy to move and handle. And we have the Moon. And we got the Chariot reverse, which is where I was talking about me usually not reading reversals and those kinds of things. I'm going to flip my deck over and I'm just going to use that. What do we got there? Ooh, Ace of Swords. So now I'm just going to be asking for some cards to help us define what Spirit's trying to let us know with these cards. To start off with, I'm probably going to be using my books a lot. And that's mainly because I just don't want you guys to miss if there's something Spirit was trying to say with this specific card for a specific reason because it says something in the book. I don't want you guys to miss that if there's somebody that needed to hear a message like that. So, Spirit, I'm going to ask you to give me one card here to clarify the Father of Swords for me. This deck is my favorite deck of all that I have. I have several, but this is the Gilded Tarot, and it's by Barbara Moore. I'm going to show that. The reason why I love this deck so much is the cards are gorgeous. Like, the pictures are beautiful. Anyway, okay. We are going to ask for a clarifying card here for the Father of Wands, which is the King of Wands. So, Spirit, please clarify for us what the King of Wands is doing here for our reading, for energies around this YouTube channel. And Spirit says, oh, you changed decks. And says, I gave you some from the other deck, but I'm not going to give you from this one either. It's not true. They always do. It's just a matter of me being patient, having faith that eventually the card that's supposed to come out will come out. So we would like a clarifying card here for the Father of Wands or King of Wands. What is this doing here in our reading right now for this? Okay, so it's more than one card. It's 4. This is something that I usually end up having go on. But we have 10 of Pentacles. That's awesome. This is, to me, that's saying, thank you, Spirit. This just helped me to tell me that I am doing the right thing right now. The 10 of Pentacles, to me, is a card of completion. It's a card of completing either a part of your life or something that you have been working really hard and diligently for. So I'm sorry, yes, it's a reading about the energies of my channel, but that was personally for me. Thank you, Spirit. What do we have here? We have 9 of Cups. So we have, oh wait, I'm sorry. So we have 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups is what came out. I'm not going to read the reversal on that one. Oh gosh. And just so you know, people, I did shuffle this deck more than once. I use this deck all the time. Shuffled it, blessed them. Now we have a 10 of Cups, which, as if for anybody who's read tarot or has watched any of the millions of videos out there, which is, by the way, one of the reasons why I didn't do it is because there's so much out there that I felt like maybe there wasn't really a need. But Spirit insisted that the energies that I'm working with may not be what the energies all the other tarot readers are working with. And so the energies that I work with are going to be beneficial to a quite a big group out there. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. I'm sorry, so Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is awesome. That's completion again. This is your dream life. This is what this is. Spirit's telling me that this channel is going to help me create my dream life. And it's all about having faith. It's all about having faith and moving forward. And the Wheel of Fortune. So right now I'm being drawn for some reason to read about the Wheel of Fortune from this deck. And I'm really sorry, guys. My battery on my phone is starting to wear down. I'm going to actually see about plugging it in because I'm going to pause you. I'm going to plug my phone in and we'll go from there. Okay, maybe I'm not going to pause you for the minute. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to find a plug-in that I can use possibly. Sorry, guys. I know this is all the stuff that I hate to when I watch videos, so please forgive me. And my cord's not long enough. Okay, well, we're just going to go from here, and we're going to hope Spirit is quick and concise and go from there. So, Wheel of Fortune. If my video cuts off, I may just post it anyway, because I have to. Spirit says I don't have a choice. Doesn't matter what it looks like, you just do it. Wheel of Fortune. Which is number 10. Sorry, I do feel pretty confident in a lot of my knowledge of the cards. But every deck is different. And the person who put the deck together may have a little bit different meaning than what another deck will have. So I'm just going to read real quick, or try to read real quick here. The message of the Wheel of Fortune is twofold. First, know that life has ups and downs. Haha, surprise. And many times things happen that affect you but are not, strictly speaking, personal. For example, the company you work for is bought by another and reconstructed. Your job is eliminated. This was not done to hurt you personally, although it does affect you deeply. Second, events. I'm sorry, I'm laughing inside right now. So I was working 2 jobs. I'll just let you know. I am a certified veterinary technician, so I take care of animals and do surgery with them and do anesthesia and blood work and all that good stuff. So that's my day job. My night job, because that doesn't pay very well, sorry, I wiggled my stand, is I am a server at a restaurant. And the restaurant that I work for obviously closed. And so I went from working 2 jobs, barely scraping by, to no jobs, no income, and no help. So I know and I feel what so many people are dealing with right now. And it's difficult and it's hard. And I didn't ask for this. I'm sorry. Okay. So through your journey, things will happen in your life to be able to teach you and show you how to grow spiritually. My son, being one of those things for me, he was a lot of work for many years, but he taught me so much. This young man right here, I'm sorry, I just have to show the picture because it's my love. That's my boy. Passed away 7 years ago now. He was nonverbal. So he couldn't talk, he couldn't walk, he didn't eat, he was G-tube fed. So I took care of him for 20 years. Then once things happened with him, I went on to my career. So now I've been working 2 jobs, And a year and a half ago, I met my twin flame. So I've been trying to do this recording for a while, so I'm not quite sure what I've said on this recording versus another one. So we'll just say whatever Spirit thinks I should be talking about right now. So it just brought up, I was reading that, it just said, this was not done to hurt you personally, although it does affect you deeply. It's very personal. I'm sorry. This whole thing is very personal to me. I need a roof over my head. I need food in my mouth. You know, there are things that we take for granted sometimes. And we as a society have made our lives a certain way. And we have structured it all around essentially money. And we've structured it to, if you do this for me, I will give this to you so you can go do that and spend the money someplace else. So then they take that money. You know, it just is this big, I feel like we're doing it wrong, people. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm pretty sure Spirit's telling us we're doing it wrong. We need to stop. I'm sorry, I keep touching that. We need to stop. We need to slow down. We need to meditate. We need to do our work. And that does not mean our work that we necessarily get paid for. That means our light work. And I'm talking like this because I'm talking to myself. I'm telling you, I need to do my light work. And I need to grow my capabilities. And I need to have confidence that I have a gift for a reason. I have been shown what I've been shown for a reason, and that is to be able to try and share that with all of you. Okay, sorry. So I'm still talking about the Wheel of Fortune down here. Sorry, we'll move through this. Let's see. Keep your center and your focus. Don't be rattled by events that you cannot control. Guys, like, how many times have I watched these readings and the tarot card reader's like, guys, I can't make this up. But literally, you can't make this up. This is why Spirit's like, you have to read the book. Okay. Be aware of using cycles of the wheel to neglect personal responsibility. I've been doing that too. Keep in mind the things that are within your control and do not blame circumstances for mistakes that are truly your own. I hear you. I hear you. If I had done my work a long time ago and started this channel in December, which is when you told me to do it, I may have already been a place where I could have handled the situation way better. So, a little late, but it's okay. We're still moving through our journey and we're still going forward. Let's look at, I want to read this, what this says about the Father of Wands, because I feel like, I just got this card in my reading last night and I was like, oh, whoa. Something really, resonated for some reason. But now I don't remember exactly why, so we'll see. Oh, gosh. Sorry, each book is different. They have them set up different as to where all of the things are. Okay, we're getting there. So Father of Wands, which is the King of Wands, says Father of Wands is a man of mystique and charisma. Others are drawn to him naturally, and he welcomes them with an open and loving heart. Usually you'll find him involved in the healing arts, and he's deeply compassionate and in tune with life and nature. He is able to hold steady and still during conflict. Well, I don't know who that is, but I think I need him. I need somebody to help me stay steady and still during conflict. I'm having a little conflict. But you know what? I'm having that conflict inside me. This is what's making it so difficult for me right now. When you have conflict on the 3D, you have tangible ways of moving through that. You can break it down. You can say, okay, this is my goal. I'm going to work backwards. I'm starting here. This I'm going to get here. This is how I'm going to move through it. You know, it's possible to make things happen. When you're talking about 5D, it is, best part is Spirit's just like, okay, I was going to say something completely different. 5D, Spirit says there is way more work up there to do and a lot of stuff to do there. The problem is because it's not tangible and you can't physically hold it. As a human on this planet, it makes it very difficult for us to be able to quantify how far we've come. And I'm really big at, assessing my life and making plans and doing all those things. But when this happens to you, whatever you had planned is out the window. I was supposed to move last week. Can't now. No jobs. It's just, life is crazy. But that's okay because we have Spirit to try and help guide us. Okay, sorry. I'm going to move on. Because if I don't, we'll be here all day. And I don't want to be here all day. I've got things to do. The star. So what I'm going to do is ask Spirit. They pulled out the star card here for energy to be coming up on my channel. I'm asking you for possibly a little bit more information about what the star is trying to tell us here in this reading. I do have several guides, and I have one that I work with quite a lot. I call her Hera. That's how she introduced herself to me, but I believe that she introduced herself to me that way because I then visually could see kind of what she looked like. So she was showing me essentially what you see of a Greek goddess. But blonde hair, beautiful. When she met me, she's gorgeous. She brought me a lotus flower. It was amazing. Anyhow, I have learned now, after doing some more spiritual work, that specific guide that I call Hera is actually a Palladian. And she's there to help support me and guide me, to help support and guide all of you. And, oh my gosh, you guys, can I just tell you right now, I literally for 7 days have been in a panic attack. And I just had this huge, huge release. And I'm going to try not to get emotional, but as you all know, if any of you have done this kind of work, it's hard not to get emotional when you come to some realizations that that Spirit's been trying to get you to see, but you've been too friggin' stubborn and too friggin' human to do anything about it. I'm sorry, I have a very strong personality, and, yeah. I love that Spirit loves me anyway. Okay. I'm asking, okay, fine. I was going to say I'm asking for 1 card, and 2 fall out. So we'll just take them. And again, so this is beautiful. So I'm going to show you this card. And it came in the reverse, but that's okay. I'm turning it over so you can see it. The moon. See why I love this deck? Like, these pictures are just gorgeous. They're so pretty. Anyway, sorry. The moon is now clarifying the star, which is pretty funny because right next to the star in the first reading that I did is the moon. Wow. And we have the Hanged Man, which are all good. I'm gonna first read about the star. Let's do that first. Where's the star? Toward the end. All I can say is I'm liking this. This is making me feel good. I feel like I'm moving forward, people. You don't even know how much I just needed to do it. And thank you, Spirit, for being polite, but also very persistent in pushing me. So we are going to... Sorry, guys. See, this is why I wanted to get to a point where I didn't have to use books, but I don't want you guys to miss anything either. So the star. Standing outside on a dark night, you gaze up at the stars and a sense of glimmer of wonder and hope, even though you can't find concrete answers to life's many questions up there in the sky. You can't help but feel comforted and renewed. Such is the energy of the star card. It is not about actions or situations. It is simply about connecting to the part of you that is beautiful. I'm sorry, not beautiful. Maybe it is supposed to be beautiful. Connecting to the part of you that is hopeful and serene. This force will bring light back into your life and infuse you with positivity. Gosh, I can't even talk right now. Woo! Into your life and infuse you with positivity. And then it says, it's a lovely card. And it is. It's the star. I love that card. The moon is usually about some shadow aspect issues that come in. And the moon has always been one of my favorite cards, mainly because I like the moon. I'm divine feminine. I can't help it. Yeah, I can't help it. I've had some past lives that, this is a moonstone right here. I'll just do that because the moon's my lady. Anyhow, I am going to look at and read the Hanged Man for you. I see the Hanged Man, and sometimes there are people who are like, oh my gosh, that looks kind of scary. He's not hung, like dying. It's the Hanged Man. In other words, he's stuck in a spot. Maybe he needs to step back a little bit, relax, meditate, figure out what's going on, figure out what direction you need to be heading. But let's look and see what the book says. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, there we go. I don't know, I'm sorry. I ended up looking up the moon instead of the Hanged Man. So there you go. I'm reading the moon. Thank you, Spirit. The message of the moon is as shadowy as moonlight. As a moonlit night. Pay attention to your dreams and your intuition. Face your fears, even if you do so a little at a time. Attend to your soul. Wow. Okay, so I'm sitting here talking about how much I love the moon card, blah, blah, blah. As I'm thinking, but it's supposed to talk about shadow aspects. Why am I feeling all this love and energy right now? And it's okay because literally it says, be aware of not seeing clearly, of being afraid of shadows. Hello? Or of being led astray by shadowy images that aren't what they seem. Just weird. Face your fears, even if you do so a little at a time. Attend to your soul. Listen to Spirit. That is what she's telling me. I say she. It's not just female energy. I'm assuming if you're watching this, it's because you watched other tarot card readings and you know a little bit about what I'm talking about. So we just talked about the moon. We read the moon from this book, and we have the moon that was laid out here from this deck. Oh gosh, sorry. So I will look to see what this book would like to say about the moon. Well, I don't really want to take time to look, but Spirit's telling me I need to. Okay, fine, sorry. And I apologize. I will talk to Spirit in the middle of these things, so I know it sounds a little crazy, but in many ways, the moon card encompasses the idea of the wild unknown. It is the shadow realm, the place where dreams, fears, and mysteries are born. Much darkness can linger here, and if you aren't careful, this can lead to periods of anxiety and self-doubt, almost as though you've lost your way in a house of mirrors. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I literally not cried in like 4 or 5 months, so this is really weird. I lost my spot. In a house of mirrors. Many great artists have roamed this inner landscape. It's where imagination and creativity drift freely upon the midnight air. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry. Spirit says don't take your time even clarifying that card. That's just silly.